Guys, welcome back to part 3 of the No Fun Intended series here on the 21 Pilots channel. I almost called my channel the 21 Pilots channel. No, it's the Pop Song Professor, and we talk about a lot of bands that aren't 21 Pilots. I can't believe that I just did that. No, seriously, we are not the 21 Pilots channel, but we do talk about 21 Pilots on occasion. Today is 21 Pilots Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about Taken by Sleep from Tyler Joseph's original album, No Fun Intended. This song is deep, this song is beautiful, and it shows us a lot about where Tyler Joseph was going to become as an artist later. Let me explain. Hey everybody, I'm Clifford Stumby, the Pop Song Professor, and welcome to my channel where we make English class awesome by explaining and sometimes roasting song lyrics on school days. And today we're talking about Taken by Sleep from No Fun Intended. This one is definitely here by popular demand from you guys. Now, Taken by Sleep is a song that tries to accomplish a really huge task. It's trying to tell a story of loss and bereavement of a friend who's no longer there, and I think that I can see some of the cracks here where Tyler Joseph was still beginning to kind of find his way as an artist and as a lyricist. I'll talk about that at the end, and I want you to know that I'm not going to talk about that as a way of belittling him, but largely as a way to encourage you guys that no matter where you are as a lyricist, if you're a songwriter yourself, just because you feel like you make mistakes, that's okay. Everybody makes mistakes, and people usually make more mistakes at the beginning. But let's start by talking about the lyrics. Here we've got the intro where he says, "This is a story about a scarlet letter." Scarlet letter being a reference to a novel by Nathaniel Hawthorne, where an adulteress is forced to wear the letter A on all of her clothes so that everybody knows that she committed adultery. It's a thing of shame and guilt. And we'll see slight hints of that as we go forward. In the verse we hear, "It just hit me as I laid my head down. No one around in the dark, cold night. I hear a sound." So he's trying to go to sleep. It's late at night, and something is keeping him awake. In my head, repeat track of everything you've ever said. So he's talking to a specific person. This is not referencing to the fans, and as we'll see later, it's probably not referencing to a family member either. So it is legitimately a friend. Must be something, but it's nothing, so I just go back to bed. It's 4 a.m. A lot of people have said that as a result of lines like this song is about insomnia, but it's probably not. There might be elements of not being able to sleep, and it could be that Tyler had insomnia and that could have influenced this, but the song itself, the purpose or the focus is not to say, hey, I had insomnia, and that's a thing for me. He continues, "It's 4, crack the door to the hallways in my dreams, but it seems my hallway keeps closing in on me." So it's this sense of claustrophobia. And he continues, "Forcing me out, making me think about you and how you're gone." So this friend, this person that we're singing this song to, is no longer there. They're absent. Now, are they dead? Did they move? Did they just kind of walk out of Tyler's life? The rest of the song may continue to show us. He finishes verse 1 with this line, "I see 4:05 with teary eyes, and then I write this song." So to restructure this timeline, he tries to go to bed, and then either he is going to bed at 4, or he gets woken up at 4, or he just stays awake until 4. He hears this noise, something's happening, and then finally at 4:05, he can't sleep, he gets up, and he starts to write this song. So it's pretty safe to assume that Taken by Sleep was written at 4:05 a.m. And in the pre-chorus, we hear, "And I just can't believe it has to be this way. You know, we say it seems to me that it was just the other day. I saw your face, I saw your light, you ran the race, you fought the fight, but now it's all being torn down for me tonight." At one point, this other person was living a rich, full life. And these references could be to the fact of them being alive and conquering and doing great and being happy, but for some reason, this image, this memory of this friend is being taken away from Tyler at night. In the chorus we hear, "And I know it might be a little selfish for me to say, but I need to know if you've thought of me at all today, because every day walk past the place you left 5 days of the week, and now it's 10 after 4 and I am taken by sleep." Now, if you're keeping track of time, that means he wrote this song or the basic idea in about 5 minutes before he went back to sleep. But the bigger part of this chorus is that he is reaching out to this friend and asking for some sort of confirmation that the friend actually does care about him. And the fact that he walks every day past the place you left 5 days of the week could be a reference to either work or to school. Because he was in high school, it's probably a reference to school, unless he's talking to an older friend, in which it could be work. Referring to it as the place you left 5 days a week makes it sound a little bit more alien or foreign, and so it would maybe be weird for it to be a high school that he went to with this friend, but there's not really a firm hint as to what that place is. In verse 2, we hear spending hours on end deciding what I'd say to a friend if I ever saw him again, because I don't know if I know, don't want to come across the wrong way, and I don't know if I know, but I know I want to see your face today. He misses the friend. We know that this friend is now a he, and he continues, and somebody told me they saw you cry and break down. Do you know how hard that is to get around and think about? It's not like you to let emotions get the best of things, especially when everything is hanging in the air we breathe. This is a reference to the friend being very emotionally strong, and when he says that somebody told me they saw you cry and break down, it could either have been in the past, or it could be something that this friend is like doing across town or somewhere else while Tyler is wanting that friend. And finally, the bridge is just him repeating, I'll sing a song to you, my friend, which kind of cements the fact that this song is written specifically to that friend, and I think we can hold with a fair amount of confidence that the lyrics that are being said are ones that it would be appropriate for him to say at 4 a.m. to this friend. And what do I mean by that? Well, I think, along with probably most people who listen to the song, that it sounds like the friend that Tyler is missing either just kind of abandoned Tyler and went away somewhere, or that this friend committed suicide and has, in a sense, left Tyler feeling abandoned and has gone away somewhere. It's vague enough that I don't want to fully put my foot down on the theory here. I want to respect the vagueness that Tyler left in the lyrics, but I will say that if he's saying something at 4 a.m. to this person and not actually calling them or texting them, it would maybe suggest that the best way to contact this person is to just to talk, and that talking at 4 a.m. is just as effective as any other way of communicating with this person, and suggest that this person's absence is the result of suicide. Tyler doesn't really completely discriminate whether it was illness, a murder, a suicide, or what. I think that suicide tends to be the most popular theory for the clique to latch onto, probably because it fits with sort of the mentality, the vibe, or the zeitgeist of what 21 Pilots is, and also probably because he sings about, I saw your face, I saw your light, you ran the race, you fought the fight, but now it's all being torn down for me tonight. Shows that there's this difference that's happened. So if you fought the fight, but now it's all being torn down for me tonight, that means that it sounds like something really changed for this person. At the same time, I want to be really respectful and not read into the lyrics something that's not there. Instead, I'll just kind of put out these possibilities. But I'd love to know what you guys have to say about that, and if there's an interview or something in the lyrics that I missed that you think further nails down what the song is about. Personally, I think that the suicide theory is probably the best, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. Now, as far as ways that I think this song shows that Tyler has advanced and grown as a songwriter, because remember, a huge part of this series is to understand where Tyler came from, I think we can definitely see some common mistakes that songwriters make when they're first starting out writing lyrics. The reference to the Scarlet Letter is a very common reference to make in lyrics. It's a very easy allusion to make, that, which doesn't mean that it's bad to make that allusion, but I don't know that it's completely appropriate to this song, and at the very least, Tyler doesn't really show how it's completely appropriate, which could be an example of just trying too hard. I also tend to think the fact that he doesn't make it clear why this friend is gone is also a little bit of a problem. Sometimes people are going to be vague because they want people to be able to just experience the lyrics for themselves. That's not really Tyler's style. Usually he's telling a story, and I've appreciated how in later albums he's gotten more and more specific and clear about the message that he's trying to give. Again, not necessarily a mistake, but when he says, but now it's all being torn down for me tonight, I feel like he's just leaving so many options open, and so we don't really know how to follow the catharsis of feelings here. Now, if he's just talking about loss itself, great. If he's trying to say something about suicide like in Neon Gravestones, then it leaves a little bit to be desired, and he's definitely gotten better as a songwriter. Finally, I think that there's a few examples of here where he kind of relies on cliches too much, especially when it comes down to having to find something to rhyme with the last line. Like in the chorus he says, I know it might be a little selfish for me to say, so we need to rhyme something with say, right? But I need to know if you thought of me at all today, which is a little bit of a cliched concept. It's a very simple rhyme. And then in the pre-chorus we see something similar, and I just can't believe it has to be this way. You know, we say it seems to me that it was just the other day. Just the other day, definitely a cliche. And I feel like Tyler has gotten better and better as a lyricist as he gets more and more specific and doesn't rely on cliches to get those messages across. Even still, there's very few cliches in here, and he does a really good job of telling his story. It's just that he's continued to get a whole lot better. Yeah, so if you thought that Tyler Joseph was a perfect lyric writer and always was and was just born with the ability to put words to music and it was always beautiful, good news for you. There's hope for everyone. And that's my explanation and analysis of Taken by Sleep. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Don't forget that the How to Write Lyrics Like 21 Pilots course is 50% off for the remainder of this series, which is only 1 week, so you better hurry up. Learn how to write lyrics like Tyler Joseph, those raps, the choruses, how to come up with ideas, how to use the mechanics, come up with the rhymes. Sound vomit is the particular method that I've used to describe how he and other rappers put together a really tight rap verse that tells a story. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out the rest of the series in the description down below. Check out these videos right here, and I'll talk to you guys next time.